Hi folks, Joe here.
Ernie here.
We're going to just show you a few little shortcuts. I've got some little things that I like to be able to use when I go away. And one of those is couscous.
Less water.
No, less water for this. You need a cup of couscous for a cup of water. And so it means that can be substituted out for rice. So if you're going to normally have rice that takes a lot of water to cook, you use the couscous instead. And these shelf-ready noodles.
Straight into the wok.
That's exactly right. You don't have to use any water whatsoever because they're already reconstituted, and you can buy them off the shelf, and they actually just live in your tucker box. You don't have to refrigerate them or anything. And those ones are actually gluten-free ones as well too.
I was just going to say that, gluten-free.
Even better. So they're just a couple of little things that I like to put in.
Purple spuds.
Purple potatoes. They're my sacrificial potatoes.
So carrots were purple originally.
That's right, they were too.
Yeah. Who changed them?
The Dutch.
Yeah, that'd be right.
Yes, made them orange.
Fixed up for everything.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So I'm just going to go and grab my roast chicken out of the Engel, and we can put it into the camp oven. Now what I'm going to show you today is the rolled chicken roast. Now this I've just got from one of the chicken specialists who do all these kind of different things. But they're just fantastic because basically what they do is they go and cut your time down preparing things so much. So you can buy all sorts of things. These here are also just little rolled up chicken thighs with garlic butter and all that, and they just cook up beautifully in the camp oven. So I'm going to do the chicken rolled roast today. And
what's your seasoning in there?
I think there's macadamia in that one. Yeah, so put some of the bush tomato spice on it. And as I mentioned before, the sacrificial potatoes. So,
very important sacrificial potatoes,
well,
because
for me
it
they
stops
are.
the burning.
For me they are, that's right, they do too. So all you need to do is get your potatoes and cut them in half. Okay, so now while I get this out, yes, if you wouldn't mind putting, I don't know, about 2 tablespoons worth of oil in the bottom. That looks pretty good. So as you can see, these chicken roasts are in these little sleeves, and they are just perfect. And they fit into that little camp oven just beautifully. Sacrificial potatoes. Put them in flat side down.
Oh, lovely.
So now that the sacrificial potatoes are in your camp oven, and the reason why I call them sacrificial, Ernie, is that if I do end up with too much heat underneath, then it's going to be the potatoes that will end up getting really, really well done and maybe even burnt if it gets too hot underneath.
I like them like that.
I know, and I don't think I've ever thrown one away. They've always been eaten. Now the chicken roast just sits on top of the potatoes like that. Now for the last bit, we'll just pop a little bit of seasoning on top. So now comes the really easy part.
Grabbing the lid.
Grab the lid, put the lid on. So Ernie, I'm just going to get my coals ready. I'm going to put my gloves on because this is actually very hot. So I'm just going to shift away some of the bigger coals. Just get them all up out of that ash bed, because ash actually stops the heat getting out. I'm just going to put that rack over the top. Yep, so now we're going to put the pot straight on top of the rack. And even if you do have fire coals, this is what I normally do if I have them, is actually get a rack and put them over the top, because they stay alight a lot better that way. And then just have a ring of coals around the edge of your camp oven. So now we need to go away for about maybe 45 minutes and just let this cook up nicely. And you can see that I haven't actually put any coals right in the middle. That's because I want the heat to go all the way down the sides of the pot instead of straight on top of the roast that I'm trying to cook, and cook the top too quickly. So about 45 minutes, we'll come back and check how it's going. Okay, here we go.
Oh, Joe, that's absolutely scrummy.
Looks delicious. Just as well nobody was there.
Oh, I love your
There you go.
sacrificial spuds.
I know,
too.
look at the sacrificial potatoes. I don't think we even need to sacrifice those
No,
either.
definitely not.
No. So we've got our beautiful roast in here.
Oh, juice flying everywhere.
Yeah, look at that. Absolutely delicious. That's going to be really easy to carve because there's no bones in there. So all you need to do is just cut through the string. So there's our sacrificial potatoes that are not going to get sacrificed at all.
And that's it?
That's it.
Wow!
Yes.
I can't believe how moist it is.
Well, it usually is as soon as you take it out of the oven.
But yeah,
If you let it stand for a while, it dries out, but it's usually quite
well, I'm not
nice.
going to...
No, don't let it stand around
I'm
for too
not
long.
one for letting
No.
things stand around too long.
Well, enjoy.
Uh-huh.